Going live? Okay, I think that's what we're doing. Hey, what's going on, Meeka? How are you? I was just sitting around watching TV, and I'd rather talk to somebody, and I can't, so I just figured I'd talk to you, and you tend to listen sometimes when I'm on the thing. Like one of the only people that actually listens and responds and participates in the poll and stuff. So, I started having fun with the, just discussing like how terrible the rumbles were in the comment sections. I'm like, you gotta calm down, dude. But like, okay, we're gonna end it. Okay, oh yeah, 4-way tie again. See, that's why you guys gotta calm down. But there's like none. Let's go over our choices here. What Wednesday was it? Turkey sandwich? Hamna. Or what was that, man? Right, guys. We gotta calm down. The comment section's because there's no comment. It's going nuts. You're driving me crazy. You gotta calm down. Alright? If I see any more elbows in the comment section, I'm gonna have to shut it. Okay, I'm shutting it down. And it's a 4-way tie, so no one gets more any votes. And he started doing that, and I was like, someone's watching. How do I do it? Oh, I'm sorry. We're looking for D or E. None of the above. A, B, C, D. We were looking for E. I'm so sorry. But as a parting gift, go ahead and fill up your shopping cart with as much Google searches as you want, and just, it's on us. No one had ever even hit any of those before. So, and I'm guessing it was you. I don't know, because it's usually you that's in there when I get someone that actually pops in. So, I don't know. Just been hanging out, and the whole reason I started doing the live is because I was looking for someone to talk to, and I tried to do the pen pal thing, just looking for someone to talk to. Anybody. I wasn't looking for a date, I wasn't looking for romance or anything, but there's only dating sites and then chat roulette, and I knew it used to be horrible. Well, maybe that's gotten died down. You know what I mean? Maybe now so maybe that was a trend, and people are tired of doing that, and they're no, just a bunch of sad dudes playing with themselves on camera. It's just and other guys hoping to talk to a chick. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Click and go away. I'm not gay. I just want to talk to somebody, I just want to talk to anybody. And I get not talking back. I really hate typing. So I don't mind doing this. I mean, even if you wanted to do through type to text, that's fine. I don't care. So I mean, you say you're bashful, but you could just type whatever you want to say in there, and it's got a voice, So just, I know there's a latency with the live stream, so you could always go to I'm not trying to get to let's go to, but where it can be a conversation. They used to have it where we for the Watchmen, we used to have on Facebook where you could have multiple people talking. If not, it's cool. It's cool. I don't mind reading. It's just me personally. I prefer to talk because I talk so fucking. I talk hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I'll just play. And I'll stumble around with shit, and I'll get stoned and just talk about shit because whatever. But it's what I'd be doing when I was here. I was already out there in the living room doing the same thing. It's the exact same thing. There's just nobody there. And that was worse, at least going live, it feels there's a reason for it. And then I was maybe if even not now, maybe the internet's forever, right? So maybe someone Edgar Allan Poe style will come across my stuff. There's 11. I mean, maybe like when there's Internet 2.0. The kids nowadays are fucking dope. You know, the younger kids, the generation, they're dope as shit. They're very Gen X, and they're even into the music, and they're wanting to play it and do it and emulate that stuff. I shared a band called Bleach. It's the first good band I've heard in a while. They started out as a Nirvana cover band, and then in 2018 they had their thing on their deal because their music is just killing it the way the 90s did. Just exactly the way the 90s did. Now everybody thinks it was Kurt because he was the first one out the door. But you know there's Andy Wood. You know there's Mother Love Bone. You know Mother Love Bone wasn't just a glam rock band. If you actually listen to them, you know, Chloe don't know better. Chloe's just like me on a beautiful couple of years difference. But those lessons never learned. Did you know that Chloe does the tables in the French Quarter? No. You didn't know that. She's always forgiven, but I can't always make her laugh. So I'm proud to say that I won't forget time spent laying by her side. Time spent laying by her side. He's the one, oh no, sorry. He's the one that likes. When I first did, I heard rights. I'm like, how cool. Band singing about God. That was a three-man band at that too. That's so cool. And light my candles in the days 'cause I found God. I'm like, you don't hear bands talking about God. That's fucking awesome. And then like more and more stuff, but like good time went on. But then like I heard other Seattle bands and just stare at me in a Jesus Christ pose. Alice in Chains, Jesus Christ, deny your maker. He who tries will be wasted. Like even Jesus Christ doesn't fucking deny he's got a maker. If you do, you're destroyed, because according to the Bible, now whether they knew what they were saying, if they were just cool words, then the Bible says, if you speak ill about the Father, it'll be forgiven. If you speak ill about the Son, it will be forgiven. If you speak ill about the Holy Ghost, it will not be forgiven. I kind of figured out a reason why. God's like, you can crack about me. You can crack about my son. You know what kind of nails they use to hang him up? 9-inch nails. You can do all that shit. You know what I mean? You can do all that. Jesus doesn't. You can do all that. I don't believe in God. Great. What kind of person are you? I'm a good person. Okay, wait. No, just like, you know, calm down first. Sometimes I have questions. Okay, I'm not doubting you. I'm not trying to challenge you. So just calm down about that. It's like my mom. When Michelle and I split up, she's like, before we split up, she wanted to, like, you know, talk to both of us. It's like, maybe I should just take Michelle out. And I was like, yeah, it'd probably be good. She needs a mom, you know? She needs a mom to talk to because her mom sucks. Even her stepmom is fucking horrible. Just horrible. She doesn't think so because that's the only one that, you know, she didn't have her mom. She's got very bad issues. A lot of them. But, so, and that completely living in the fear of disappointing her mom or never having her mom back, she lost everything that she claimed to care about. Both her and, okay, her stepmom, who was married to her dad and has a kid with him, he cheated on her with a girl Michelle's age at 18. So you cheat on someone with someone whose daughter's age. Divorce, 18 is legal. but you're married. That's like a double whammy. On top of that, he was a church. He was a guy at the Church of the Youth. Triple whammy. 3 strikes, you're out, guy. I'm sorry. Sorry. Aging's legal. You're married. At church, in a church camp? No, sorry, can't help you. I was trying to ponder because, like, maybe you were unhappy and you didn't know. I've been in a situation where you're unhappy, and no, 3 strikes. I can't help you at all. God's got you from here on out. I'm not interceding for you at all. I will not testify on your behalf. Ever. Even once I get to know you and you're not that bad. Why? Because when I came over here, because I was half black, and her stepsister, who's always been jealous of how pretty she was and not her, because she doesn't look very pretty. So I guarantee you that Kathy, being an enabler, probably said to her, and they're terrible down south. They have no idea. No one has any idea how to raise kids. They're all so wrong. I just do it like a fucking fish. I loved it, man. It was incredible. It was great to watch these like young people grow, and they weren't going to go through what I did. I was going to listen to what they had to say. From the time my daughter said, Guillermo, when I handed her a bottle, I was like, here you go. Because if she woke up and she was crying, I checked her diapers and everything like that, and I'm like, here you go, here's your bottle. I made it, Guillermo. I'm like, you were fucking dope. Oh, I was looking for a new name for a band. Because I didn't like the band I was going by. And it was what Guillermo is now. But I was not about to, I could spell Guillermo. But I know people go like, what does that mean? I'm like, it's not my baby, my daughter said. So I'm not going to force people to learn. It's already hard enough for them to say Guillermo. I'm not going to force them to learn Guillermo. I mean, there's a chiropractor, at my chiropractor, there's a secretary, it might be his wife, I don't know, he wears a ring. But I just observe those things. Like when I came in, I walked in the first day, I'm like, okay, this guy wants to be the best in Traverse City. I didn't know how far. I knew the way, like he said, like go ahead and have a seat and watch the video. And he goes through the video and he very calmly and carefully explains everything in a very easy manner. I know how chiropractic works, but the way he explained it was even better than any chiro I've ever seen. More simple, or whatever. He's been that way from the beginning. They've got like a 3D body scan so you can keep a track of your body mass and stuff like that if you're losing weight and shit like that. Or also even your posture. Like, see, when you came in, you were like this. Now look, and it's like, oh crap, yeah, you feel taller? Like, I do feel taller. Yeah, it's because we straightened that out. Now you come in there, like, as long as you don't do any slouching and stuff, it'll stay like that. But you're gonna have to remember. Like, yeah, okay, I gotta remember. Okay, stay up. All right, yeah. Because I tend to just kind of 90s, just relax, and so everything just kind of compresses and bends. But I just that's what I've been trying. I've got this here for that. Trying to remind me to sit up straight. And, yeah, it's just easier to just relax for now. But, I mean, like I said, I got a strong core, really, I mean, underneath the fat, there's a six-pack there. We just get the fucking fat off, so... but yeah, I mean, since there's no back and forth, I would like to do a back and forth. That'd be cool, so I could just listen. But my mom was just wasn't listening to nothing I had to say, and she never does. I mean, it's frustrating because I know she cares, but she just doesn't understand. She doesn't comprehend at the level I do. I was trying to tell her all yesterday. I'm like, I'm the same person I was at 7. The same person I was at 7. My ideas have deepened, but I'm the same person. Everything that I am now, I was at 7. It's just I understand it in deeper modes, And so, I don't know. Like I said, when I was a kid, well, what's this? Well, why is this? You're a kid. You don't understand like how money works, everything. So when you get older, you understand. I get 18. So now can we talk about why, okay, when you get a job and you've graduated college and stuff, you understand, you don't have any kids or nothing like that. I'm 30. Can I please sit at the adult table and talk? When will I? When you're dead? When you're gone? Will you finally have this conversation with me? I get it's a bit difficult. I get it. But I've dealt with it at 7 years old, especially with Dad constantly reminding me that both of you guys are not going to be here forever, constantly. So you're going to have to do it on your own. Now watch. Okay. And then my friend died at 15. My best friend, Travis, I mean, he was in a car wreck that he wasn't even responsible for. He was drunk, he was in the back. The two guys in the front, the guy was driving, and they pulled up some guy out on this country road, pulls up beside him, starts revving his engine. So they started revving his engine, they take off. And the driver wasn't gonna. The guy in the passenger seat reaches over and stomps on his foot. He gets locked. So at first they're racing, you know? And he tries to take his foot off and he won't come, and it's just stuck down there. From there, I don't know, because at least that was the story I was told. But I do know that Travis was ejected through the back windshield, the back window. And he was so funny. It was so funny that you'd see him coming and you know that the story coming out of his mouth was going to be so funny that you just go ahead and start laughing already. Because he's already giggling. And so as soon as you see him start giggling, you're like, oh my God. This is going to be crazier than the last one. And they're all true. They were all true because he had a train track that ran behind his house. One of the crazier stories. Okay, the train track, they just finished the Cross Lake Bridge. Before it took about 30 minutes, Shreveport's ass backwards. It took like 30 minutes to drive all the way around Caddo Lake. So at one of the smaller points, they built this fairly long bridge, finally. I guess the guy, I guess I can pay my tax. You know what I mean? I guess I'll pay my taxes. Like, yeah, we can't really do any. There's a shithole around here, so it's yeah. I'll pay for a bridge there, but I don't want to pay for. You know what I mean? They're just assholes. They're just dumbasses. Meanwhile, getting food you know what I mean? They're just dumb. They're getting taxes back, talking about my tax. I don't want my tax money. There's even a thing called earned income credit. Fucking crap, dude. You know, I just... fuck. So, with the, they just... when you have kids, just for fucking having kids from working, you get, like... whatever you pay in taxes, which isn't very much, because if you don't have a whole lot, and I would know, and then you have kids, and you get like $5,000 back. Gee, I wonder why she wanted custody of the children. That's how horrible she was. Of course, this doesn't come out till the first one's born. Keeps his mask up for a long time, and then, like, when she gets pregnant, she lets it slip and just goes into her normal self. And I'm like, I heard women get cranky when they're pregnant, and that they don't even remember it later on. That explains why you've gone so nuts. I'll just fight through it. I mean, apparently every guy goes, this is what they're talking about? Okay. And you just have to suck it up and go, okay, you just gotta suck it up and go through it. And then the kid's born, she had to have a C-section, so she was given, I hadn't had any, I had Percocet for my teeth, but she'd had something. And she's just very, of course, she's high as shit on painkillers because she had a surgery on her stomach. And she's just very nice. I'm like, okay, there you go. Okay, yeah, it was just a pregnancy. Okay, that's whatever. And then she runs out prescription, and that person comes back. I'm like, oh, you weren't faking. And I'm not the type to just leave my family. Like I said, I want to get this right the first time. She was a work in progress, but I for herself. Not for me to do. That's kind of what I do when I get around people. And I think that's why people like Michelle. I think she was on, ooh, sorry about that, that I heard in your ear. That's a bit, yeah, I'm not going to talk about some. I really liked that drum. I didn't honestly like the guitar too much because it was the guy singing. It was a little bit, it was just a bit very basic blues. And then so as more it kept going, I listened like the first one and like that, I was, you know, because you said you really connected with the words today. Now there's one way it could connect with you, and then there's another way that could connect with you. And I like the one way it can connect with you, but the other way is like I want to make sure you're okay. Yeah, I mean you could be a dude, for all that, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think I know who you are, but I don't, you know. And I kind of like why I like talking. Yeah, I think people like talking to me because I can. There's this one guy on eBay, and I've been legit since like I'll admit I hacked all the programs up until they sent me a free copy of BFD3, BFD2, like around fucking 14 years ago. This is a cool ass company. So I erased all my expansions and all that stuff like that. I just got rid of them and then I started missing the packs because there's so many, you can just pick through so many. So I started buying them. Like if I'm gonna be a dealer, I need to explain all of them and stuff. And so I got a bunch. I told him some ideas. He said that R&D were he was just a sales guy. He told R&D, and he said R&D was a buzz. And then not too far after that, I got like 3 packs for free in my mail, like $150 packs that now they're selling for like $39 just to get rid of them, just to try and make any money off of it, because they've ruined it so bad. So I can't even sell it and get out from underneath them. They're just terrible. The company there is just terrible. So BFD 3.5 is horrible. Rolly wasn't great, but at least it didn't damage too bad, the plugin. They tried to update it, but they just didn't know what the hell they were doing because of expansion is not a closed. BFD is not a closed source system. It's an open source. They have external people. You have to be approved through them to make certain quality. But they don't mind because you have to buy their player, and the more people are using the player, I got their logic from the very beginning. It's a very much like having, like that kit I played the other night. It's like having like however many drum kit packs you have, and I have all of them. All the packs, ones with 10 packs, ones with like 5 packs, one with just 1, some that are just cymbals, 2 or 3 that are just percussion. Yeah, there's a Japanese percussion, there's a percussion pack, and there's also, fuck is that? Japanese percussion pack, a Swan production. Swan, they're like, they make a bunch of bongos that are weird. You know, they sound kind of like bongos, but they're made out of like a different kind, so they call them swangos. And then there's like everything that has like a swan, you know what I mean, type swing to it on the cajon and stuff like that. You know, they have their own. Like some of them that are regular just call it, you know, regular, but other ones have like, you know, like a swango instead of a bongo. Some really good sounds. Like I usually just pull my default kit, and that has my percussions I was playing as whatever, and I didn't feel like really dialing up any like specific sounds. I had one though, it's like a jazz kit. I figured that would work, and so it was a brush kit, so I went ahead and used that. And it sounded to me like pretty good, like brushes. I played with brushes on stage, and it has the same feel. I wanted it to be kind of soft, and I just wanted to be like back up what he was doing. I wasn't trying to show off. And then when he was talking, I was trying to just vamp a little bit, so it wasn't just kind of just sitting there. Just it goes completely quiet, and I was just like, I can do something. You know what I mean? That's why I kept looking back to see, like, when he was done. He's like, all right, this is cool. So I saw, like, I watched that one time, and I was like, as I was going through, I was watching it, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to get the groove, but it needs a little extra to it, you know? It needs something, at least some drums. I could do that, and so I started drumming to it. And I was like, okay, I'm getting the feel for I'm getting the feel for this guy and everything. I'm getting the way he thinks and all that shit. Okay, all right. And like by the time the last song hit, I was like, do a video, I'll show you. You know what I mean? I thought you might like it, so I was like, so I can't say it was like a first time listening, you know, because obviously I had already tried the one. And then I checked it to see if it turned out all right. Because I'm known to upload one, and it's just like nothing. I'm like, that would suck, wouldn't it? It's been like, if this is mute, I'm gonna have to go back and check it to make sure that it's not. I see the meters moving, but you know how many times I've seen the meters moving? I don't hear anything in my headphones, and that usually, for some reason, that usually means that it's recording. But if I can hear it in the headphones, it usually means it's not. So why am I wearing these? Because they're hot as hell. Shit. I don't know. The heat of the day is kind of kicking in here. I don't know how hot it is there, but I mean, it's fucking hot. For Michigan, at this time, this should be more like September, August. Well, August, yeah. No, September. But we're just starting July. It shouldn't really be this warm. But it's been pretty, like, yeah, it's very weird. I think, and they're like, there's no global warming. I'm like, really? You're gonna say that, well, as the temperature just keeps getting hotter and hotter. Like, yeah, Ted Cruz said so. Like, Ted Cruz? You mean Rafael Cruz, who was born in Canada? So help me. As they're talking about Barack Obama was born in and we have to go, well, if he's born in another country, then Ted can. Like, Hawaii's not another country. He was born in Kenya because his dad was Kenya, so therefore he belongs to his dad because his dad, and so therefore his sperm came from Kenya. He was born in Kenya. Right, it couldn't be that her from Kansas went to college in Kenya, and he was in Kenya, and he went to Hawaii to go to college from there, and they did a little do-to-do, how you do when the stork shows up. Since no one around here is fucking adult. Why can't we just have those kind of conversations? I mean, like an honest conversation. You don't have to, like, okay, there's a vagina, and you don't have to do that, but you also don't got to go, make up something. Have you ever seen a bird fly? Yeah. Okay, sometimes very special babies get delivered by a stork. Yeah, that's how you got here. Really? Yeah. So when's Santa getting here? December 25th, like always. Remember, he's watching at all times. Alright, kid. You're smart, aren't you? Yeah. We know each other, yeah. I promised I would never lie to you, right? Yeah. Now, some things are a bit too old for you to understand right now. Do you understand that? Yeah. Like, I know a lot of stuff because I've been around, right? Yeah, okay, so. We can have a deeper discussion about that, but basically your mom and I love each other, and we made you. Really, yeah. That's how babies happen. Okay? There's a ton more to it, but you just go out and keep playing with your Legos. Your mom and I made you. We loved each other so much it couldn't have spilled out and became you. Yeah. Then later on, alright son, remember I said that? Like, yeah. You want to wait, and trust me, you'll know it'll be here. It won't be here, and it won't be here. Yeah, you familiar? Yeah, are you familiar with what happens there? Because we can go. No. Okay, good. Okay, I don't want either. I just need it. Yeah. Okay. So you're 15. I figured. Have you? We're cool. I just need to know. Yeah. Are you using protection? Yeah, I took sex ed. Okay, good. Very good. Don't stop doing that until you find the one that's right. No, it won't just be here. And it won't just be here. And matter of fact, you should probably save here. I know you didn't, but from here on out, trust me, you'll thank me. Did you? No. That's how I know that I wish I had. Okay, you trust me? Yeah, you don't. I don't lie to you, do I? No, I told you there was no such thing as Santa, didn't I? Yeah, right? But I also told you not to ruin their thing because their parents lie to them because they don't like them. They don't love them properly. They think they do. They're trying to protect them, but they're not. And what happened? What happened to all your friends? You didn't say anything, did you? Did you ever get your heart broken that there was no Santa Claus? No. That there's no tooth fairy? No. What do we have? Teeth for toys? Right. We got them right here. You know why? Why? Because when you get older, you're going to want to look back on these. When you do, you're going to be like, damn, my teeth? Yeah. Why did... It's in your baby book from when you figured it out. It's like stapled in there in the fucking, like an old fucking baby book, you know? Now you're having a daughter. You need to talk to your mom about that one, okay? I know a little bit, but I don't know. So we can get you, and you know, can you not leave for a second? Yeah. Okay, so. But we can talk about that later, okay? There's a lot of, okay. No, I know because I didn't wait for your dad. And that's how I know that you should. You're probably going to mess up. But again, you know, the whole thing. You'll know. No, you won't be like, is this? You'll know. You'll know. You just know. You know? But we can't have that talk with our kids. And they can't talk to us because we get mad and, you know, can't deal with it. So who are they supposed to turn to? And my dad's the same fucking way. Fucking hypocrite. Oh, don't lie. Don't smoke. My dad was doing. Driving the car with his knees. We just left the liquor store and we was driving down the road. He didn't pull over and stop. He's driving the car with his knees. He's got a cup in his fucking thing. He's got a bourbon and he's got a Coke. And as he's about to do it, he's like, I don't give a fuck what you see me do. You do as I say, not as I do. You hear me? I'm like, okay. And he's just mixing a drink and driving with his knees. And he fucking drinks it. Probably because he didn't want to drink at home. You know, because he'd gone through AA. I actually went through NA. They just told me it was AA because they're liars. And so there's nobody, I don't have anybody I can trust. There was a thing that was like, I mean, aside from God, that's the only person that doesn't lie to me. That book has been telling the truth to me since I was in college. I had a lot of answers that people did not agree with, and that book agreed with me. Christopher Langan, who has a 200 IQ, who a lot of people are trying to say, this guy doesn't make any sense. I'm listening to him, I'm like, they're stupid, go ahead. Go ahead, continue on. I'm listening. cognitive theoretical model of cognitive theoretical, and I was like the CMTU because it's the MCU. The first name, like, I gotta apologize. His name was not Michael Langan. It's Christopher Michael Langan. His name is Chris Langan. And I have to go back and do that. Like the other ones, it's the CT, Cognitive Theoretical Model of the Universe. I kept having to do it until I got CTM, Cognitive Theoretical Model of the Universe. And I started explaining it. And it was just beautiful because he's like, I guess with a 200 IQ, he must like run the kind of equation. It's viable, as it's verifiable that he has a 200 IQ as taken by test. The only reason why you don't hear more about him is because he believes in God. A guy with a 200 IQ, in fact, even did a paper proving. And the weirdest part is like the idea that I had for like how the universe works. And I was like, because Einstein said if you can't explain it, you don't understand it. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it. So I was like, okay, how simple can I make the entire universe? And put it on a postcard. Just a picture. This is a picture, a drawing. I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. And I can explain everything about that. I was like, can you see? Can you understand that? No, okay. This is where God creates himself. He goes back. He's a closed circuit. He doesn't need anybody. He makes himself, and that's just running fine. He gets lonely, so he tries to go out and see what other people are out there and shit, what else he can do. He's already done. This is done. This is the past. So when we started here, going into our universe, this is a negative universe. When you come into this universe, if you know all this, I'm sorry, but when you come into this universe and come back, he realizes there's a bunch of assholes there, and like Noah, because he wanted to do something new. And like in the Noah, he hated his creation. He probably got back home and was like, fuck, that sucked. And like, wait, I'm back here. How the fuck did that happen? Because they fucked up the cycle. What just happened? For the first time, I didn't know. I was a little scared for a second. It's kind of cool. I didn't know. For once, I didn't know everything, that's what was getting boring. Those people sucked. But I want to do that, but okay, so, and he goes back to the circle by himself because he doesn't need anybody, and we don't know it. We're not existing because he doesn't need to do that. I mean, however many times. Let me see if I can get this right. Okay, yeah. Gets it right, brings them back into a circle, and at that point, what I call zero station, where his birth, I started calling it zero station before I even knew that was for a baby, for childbirth, that was a childbirth term. Zero station drops down into this big and infinite circle, and that's the main thing where reality, what we call heaven. Waking up here, none of us realize that we're body parts of God, all working together, being nice to each other, at all times. As far as we know, we're just neighbors. We're just friends going, hey, how are you? Like we are now. Like people are now. They weren't supposed to go, why are you in my yard? I was just going to go over to well, you don't. Don't. Why you put up a fence, man? My yard. Because they're their own personal God. Mine. That was greed is what caused it. Mine. This is mine. This is mine. Stay off of it. Don't walk through there. I don't know who you are. You might you might steal from me. Lay your treasures in heaven. That's why I believe if I do see her, it may be there, but I would love to see her sooner. Time is a universal solvent. Not even water. In time, water will dissolve, but time will still be there. The past, present, and the future. Ooh. Like the parable of the leavened bread. It was when it hit me, it just was like, fuck. Sometimes it takes me like a second after I read for it to click in. Because, I mean, it's very intense. His ways are mysterious as fuck. Sometimes you have to go through certain stuff for certain things to make sense. You're like, dude, it's just... Go back and read that. And you go back and read it and like, yeah, that's what it meant. I remember reading it, but... It's even more true. The living word. Okay, this thing is alive. Because it knew I'd go do this and come back and read this. And like right then, like there'd be like a this and slanted. You know, like on this day. I'm like, yeah, this thing's alive. It's alive. What else? And I just keep reading it. Okay. Damn, there's a laws of Moses. Oh God. Yeah, he had to forgive you. Oh my God, he'd have to forgive you people. Meat on Friday? Wow. But I get it. I mean, he gave him paradise. There was one rule. Don't eat that. One. Die. This is not going to kill me. Like a mushroom. Yum. And you know what I mean? Mushroom, no, the fruits of the tree of life. Yet I can see King James, no. Wings of a bat. I hate bats. Something more majestic, like the wings of an eagle. Sir, it says to not change a word of it. Right, put something in there also that the king has been ordained by God, and you must listen. Guards? No, yeah, right. And the wings of an eagle there should probably be more gold too. Yes, lots of gold. He's very regal. He's God. His light is probably golden. Everything about it is probably golden. The streets are gold. Why the walls transparent as glass. And then the color of jewels. It's like they wanted to change it, but still had a little bit of fear. That is not regal. Like, you know, what kind of in Raiders of the Lost Ark. If you haven't, I don't know if you've seen it or not. Like number 3, the Last Crusade. He goes gets the cup, and it's like this big ornate cup. It's like a cup fit for a king, and he drinks from it and just dies. And then Indiana Jones is like the son of a carpenter, which he is, and he actually was a carpenter. That's how he got the job, because sometimes he was working on Lucasfilms. Do you know that? Do you know anything about that? I don't know if you do. I'll just go ahead and finish real quick. He was working at Lucasfilms as a carpenter, and he could act a little bit, and so sometimes George would have him sit in as different characters with people that are the actual reading. And he always had good rapport with all the people. And you just change between the different, and like, oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, because that's all you have to do is read off the page, and that person's like, what, you know, and they're looking at Spielberg, and he's kind of like, you two need to be on the screen together. Okay, yeah. And then Princess Leia comes in to read. Oh, you two need to be, you know, because he's a director. Oh, you two need to be on the screen together. They try a couple Han Solos, and like, that's who you are. Me in the movie, and I just build the sets, man, and read the script. So you already know the lines, right? I don't know them. What are Han's parts? Scruffy nerf herder. Oh God, I am Han. Oh God. Oh, I do know all those lines. Oh, and I know all their lines, so I know how they're gonna, yeah, you know all their lines too. And you get along with them, right? Yeah, they're great people. Yeah. They're great people. This could be your big break, kid. Go from carpenter to movie star. I know people think there's a competition between me and Spielberg. There's not. We're friends. We're gonna work on a new movie. Raiders of the Lost Ark. You in? It's an archaeologist. He kills a bunch of Nazis. Yeah, I'm in that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's it. Like you don't have a sequel or nothing. No. It's just about that. And then it tells a story, and because the Ark gets put away, what are they going to do? Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Hey, that was really, really. Yeah, I know it was, wasn't it? Would you do a sequel? Yeah. And you would. River Phoenix is in 3. Of course you would. You'd see that. It's this part, right? It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I was born in the wrong time. He's a good-looking guy. He's one of those ones that you're just like, fucking, like other guys that, this dude, fucking guy. Because all the women are just going, fucking dude. Just, like he's, you know, and they're like, yeah, you know, fuck this guy. Fuck him. I used to have a girlfriend, you know that? Then all of a sudden this river flowed through my goddamn house. Swept her right away. Holy shit. No, it was just a movie. And she just packed her shit and moved out and said, we're not going to make it. Fuck this guy. Yeah. I'm bigger. I guarantee, guys, I guarantee you I'd kick his pussy little ass. Is he gonna protect you from a bear? Get a lot of bear attacks, do you there, Tom? No, I'm just saying if you get a bear attack, are you, oh yeah, I can lift a gorilla. Okay, Tom. Have you ever been in a cage with a gorilla? Would you like to? I'd like you to get in that cage. First rule of Fight Club is we do not talk about Fight Club. So yeah, there's so much great shit from the 90s. The Matrix. In the 80s, we're getting over like that. I mean, it was very chauvinistic, you know? And hadn't discovered porn, so it did kind of help out. But that's all it was like good for. Like, they're just so terrible. But for some reason, like, I mean, because they always had to be like, you know. Yeah. Yeah, like there was just no internet. It was crazy. If you didn't have it, like, processing and doing this, nah. You had a phone, and it was corded. When they went to wireless, people lost their fucking minds. They were losing their shit. And they're doing the commercials like guys out in the yard, like, oh, and they're walking through the house, you know what I mean? And they're just big clunker fucking things, so they hang on the, you know what I mean? The same, because you got to get over the fact that it's wireless. So you got to hang it on the wall, you know, and then this slowly becomes a base, and then it becomes whatever, and then it gets more sleek. It's like, you realize we just need this part and this part, so we just connect it with a little thing. We're only doing this because you guys, we put it out there like, here you go. And it's just like this little wire, you know what I mean? It's strong, it's got a little handle, and it's got a little thing right there, and it's got like, oh, fuck is this? This isn't a phone, you cheaps. Like, would you use it? Hello? Am I hearing it in both ears? Yeah, you're hearing it in both ears. Hey, you sound like you're right here. It's really clear. If they would have given my headset on both ears, bitch. Both ears? What have you done? They're so terrible. They're so afraid of change. Yeah, I like the rotaries. I like to dial the numbers because you can hear the grrr, grrr. Yeah, I've had one. That's how old I am. 4, 3, 2, 6, 5, 0, 1. It'd be 3, 6. Sucked. This was like toot. I'm like, there. No, that's it. That's it. We're good. We're good. That's better. Wireless is cool, but then there's a certain when's enough. See, exactly. Now you got these douchebags that in the car, you know. Hey, what's fucking happening? And it's just a phone. So of course it's okay. Well, he's a business guy. He's got it on the go. Then they start pushing how you gotta get. You know what? You can just turn off your regular phone and go to this phone. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, you're acting. But what happens when the phone goes out? What happens when you run out of battery? What am I supposed to do then? Oh, you just recharge it when it's dead. So I gotta find a charge. And every charger was like a different shape. It was just each one had a proprietary, like the Nokia. The charger works with all Nokia phones. The Apple works with all Apple phones. Like, dear God, and pretty much all of them have given it up except Apple. Apple's like, Apple was with the Apple phone. Oh, I hate Apple so much because their thinking is so backwards. It's closed source. It's easy and convenient, and which is like, yeah. And they close the source. So that you have to use proprietary shit, and that is so foreign to me that I have to completely like the same logic I have for doing things because they can do it and do it well, but I have to think how would you have to kind of pay for this, which is not my thinking. Like Chrome, I'm just like okay, but I know more. I troubleshoot DSL. I've built my own computers. I learned by teaching myself. I just remembered what I did to the computer and undid it. When I booted it back up, I just undo it. BIOS, what is BIOS? Okay, that was wrong. So BIOS, it was 280. Yeah, okay, there, now we're back again. Yeah, I mean, I just did that kind of stuff and okay, all right, gotcha. And then my friend comes over, and is like, think of like the hard drive. I'm like, yeah, that's like your long-term memory, okay, and the RAM, that's like your processing right now. Like, okay, now there's extra slots in there. You can put more in there. I'm like, okay, it's like giving your computer a permanent cup of coffee. Got you. Yeah, so the processing is quicker to get to and from the hard drive, the storage. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, got you. And so he taught me like a little bit about like a recording program and a little bit about, he just said, this is the main thing he said for Photoshop. He's like, no, this is the main thing of everything, right? This is the main thing of everything. I'm like, all right, edit. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, select. You can do like the layers and all that shit. But without selecting the layer or what you want to work on, it won't do what you're trying to do. Okay. And like he had it out, he didn't have much time, so I was doing that, and then like we started getting the better versions. Like I said, doing hacked. Because I mean, we're trying to get signs, and they just don't make it easy. This was very easy and cheap, and we could get it done. And I was like, I'll buy the fucking programs when we get signed and shit. But I mean, I think we're gonna do it. Like our stuff was I thought it was pretty good. It needed like a producer to get in there and actually mix it, rather than my mixing, because I just don't know how to mix very well. I'm jack of all trades, master of none. I guess I can't say all trades, because I did cars. But now I've come like into like mechanics and stuff like that and how things work. I really like it. But everything is now computerized, and I don't like that at all. And I understand why, like, my dad likes his MG and white Volkswagen. Those things ran forever. Not a damn chip of my computer in there at all. The Volkswagen van is. You're familiar with the TARDIS? Oh my god! We were skating at our high school, me and Trey, and then there's a store not too far from there, and we decided to go down there and get some Gatorade. And on our way, there's a Volkswagen van pulls up beside it, and like he's pulling, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" I'm like, "Not a whole lot." And like, "You guys skating now?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You gotta check this out." He pulls over and stops, and then he opens the side, and it's like a fucking, I'm not sure if he's living in it or what, but he had like, boards on the wall and stuff. I'm like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "Yeah," and he breaks up the board and he's like skating, and he's just like, "We're just, skating with this." And he's like, "Where you guys going?" Like, down to the store over there. And he's like, "Yeah, you just hop in." And so we're riding, and we get, as soon as I get in, fucking thing's like bigger inside than it looked outside. How the fucking Germans engineered that, I don't fucking know. But all I know is I felt like I walked into a different room. Like I had walking room inside. It was like, what the fuck is this? And what it probably is like they don't have all the stuff on the padding on the wall to kind of close it in. And then like the carpeting. I mean, they have carpet, but it's not like it. You know what I mean? It's stuff on the wall, but it's like, it's not like so much like we have in the ones now. It's almost like they're designed to limit your amount of space. And there's not benches like on every single row. There's like a bench in the back that becomes like a bed, And it's just like, and then there's two in the front. I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. And then it's got like a thing cranking there, it becomes a camper. I'm like, you're fucking, Okay, so I gotta get a fucking Volkswagen Bug and a Volkswagen van. Those are my dream cars. That's all I fucking, yeah. And like, oh, they're bringing back the Volkswagen Bug because all the stuff we were into started becoming popular, Nirvana, or whatever. So they bring back the Volkswagen. I'm like, oh, sweet. And then they brought it back. I'm like, that is not a Volkswagen Bug. Yeah, that's an abomination of Volkswagen Bugs, man. I'm sorry, this just is. I don't give a fuck if it runs better. Oh no, I see the lashes. That's cute. You should have done that for like a you could have got a Volkswagen VW Bug. So much cheaper, and you'd been so much happier if you put just a little bit of time to figure out what's going on inside. It's not like they're so cool that you can swap out the engine with a Porsche engine. It's just so cool. It's just fucking cool. I don't know. But am I going out? Yeah, about an hour. I knew it was going to be about an hour. I wish I could talk back, but like I said, it feels like I'm hogging up all the thing, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, you can always write back or whatever, type, whatever. I know, I like going live, and I thought about going live. I was going to talk about some stuff, but I was just like, it's too late for them out there anyways, and they've had the same time to listen to the same shit, and seeking a friend for the end of the world. I had a dream that it was the end of the world, and like it was like the end, and I could feel it I could feel it in my bones. Like this earthquake was just huge. I was in this department store, and it's just collapsing everywhere, and just coming down. And I just wanted to say goodbye to somebody, before going. I'm like, bye. And they're just running and screaming, like, bye. Where are you going to go? Where are you going? There's nowhere to run. This is the end. And like, I look around and I caught eyes with a fairly young girl, and and I was like, bye. And she's like, this isn't the end. I'm like, yeah. And she's kind of like, and then it's crazy. Yeah, this is the end of that. Beginning of a whole new, behold, he does something new. This is the great and terrible day of the Lord they talked about. The full cycle is ended, and it's time to restart from zero. There is no more time. The time is as long as it is, and that's a day. There's one day entire universe. There's the past, there's the present, and there's the future. And one day, they'll all be the same in a singularity. If you honestly think about it, I've thought about this forever, like forever. I love a challenge. And people are like, you can't even comprehend forever. I'm like, okay. And I stepped away from all their stuff, you know, because in school it's like, it's forever such a big thing you can't even comprehend it. And so I was like, okay. We're working on stuff. We're building things. We're doing that. The last step humans will make would be teleportation. Because teleportation would be taking things down to the atom. So if you take things down to the atom, it becomes, you can also take things like carbon, and you can 3D print and like make cups. You can make a watermelon. You just need the right atoms that you can manipulate. And, you know, and if you're breaking things down to the atom to transport and teleport, it's not, and then reconstructing it, the next thing to do is to reconfigure it. Okay, we put atoms in. Can we reconfigure on the other side? Yeah. Cantaloupe, look at that. They just kind of close the thing and it... Cantaloupe. You don't need to know how... As long as you open up in cantaloupe, that's where cantaloupes come from. Cantaloupe... It takes so long. There we go. I love it. It's freshly peeled and everything. You know what I mean? Whatever. They can genetically splice it. It's freshly just made right there. Fresh. Now this is fresh. This is organic. This is great because they just changed the name of what organic is. No toxins, no pure, you know what I mean? Totally synthetic. This is a ripe cantaloupe. After a while, whatever you do becomes normal. I try my best not to judge anybody about anything. Because one, I don't want anybody judging me. Again, I'm not proud of my past, but I'm not ashamed of it. Things I did. Like I said, I woke up as me. That's why I woke up as me. I don't mind talking about any of it, you know, I don't care. I just don't care. I don't have much left, so I just don't care. I had my music, and then the music hit me with that shit, and that was just too much. That was just too much. And I don't know. Not to mention, I'm crazy enough to think that this girl is in love with me, you know? And that's how I know that I'm in love with her, is I don't care. I don't care if she cares back, I don't care. I don't care if she writes back, and I still, yeah. Never felt like that before. Now, when I was hanging out with my brother in Michigan, and that song Loveful by the Cardigans, if you're not familiar, it's a good song. I really like it, but by the Sailor Man. Oh, I didn't do it. You let me down. All right, so Michigan. Thank you. With my brother, and so we were just hanging out and doing shit. Loveful, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Loveful. So, the Cardigans. We were walking through the grocery store. And that song came on, I was like in my head just kind of, you know, to myself, just be bopping along. And I'm like, I love the song. Yeah, I really like the song. He's like, ugh, fucking song's just so pathetic. So I cry, I pray, and I beg him, like, because you've never been there before. His face goes, oh. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Shut the fuck up. What do you know? You're 3 years older than me. Why did I ever look up to you? I outshine you in every fucking... I told him that because I talked to him like not too long ago because he's having problems with alcohol. And so I called him like way back and I was like, let's do a quick check, man. How much you drinking per day? I mean, it's just like, dude, you're not impressing me. I used to go through a half gallon a fucking week. How much per day? And he lied and said however much. I'm like, okay, I knew, I could tell in this voice. It was, I know the junkie lie. So I'm like, okay, put it this way. I didn't call him out. I was like, all right, so that's, okay, cool. Let's try this. It's the end of the week. You have bills to pay, and you're out of alcohol. Now, it's not late. The bill's not late. Would you pay the bill, or you got another check coming in, do you push it off and get some more alcohol and whatever? He's like, I mean, it depends. Like, if it was like, late or something like that, I would, like, no, it's just, I'd probably push it off a bit or something like that and just go ahead and get some alcohol. I'm like, okay, you're not an alcoholic. I was. I am. You're not an alcoholic, but keep an eye on it. If you're, and I could tell by what he's saying that he, like, we keep an eye on it because you're getting close. All right, that's all I can tell you, that you're getting close. Half gallon a week. Like, I'd buy a half gallon, everybody's getting like a pint, and I'd sit on the fucking counter, and then the guy behind the counter just, ring it up because I'm there every week, and everybody else is cashing their check there, and then like they're getting their pints and stuff. Dang, man, having a party? I'm like, no. Like, oh, okay. And then like the next week, they're like, oh, it's stocking up. The next week, fuck. Dang, dude, didn't you buy one last week? Yeah. Next week, fuck. And the only time I actually kind of stopped to even think about it was like my dad, who definitely was an alcoholic, came over and there were so many half-gallon bottles on the top of this fridge that there was like, I mean, it was full, so full that there was some on the back, on the side. It wasn't like trashy, but I had them on the side of the thing, about ready to take out. I like keeping the jars in bottles, like the glass ones, because you can like use them for candle holders. It makes it really cool. I learned it from them, my parents. They had a really cool wine or sake or something like that. It was wrapped in kind of bamboo, had bamboo on the bottom, and then had a glass coming out the top. And then they burned different candles all the way down, so it melted, and then like a blue, and then whatever, and then melted down. So they had like, it kept getting taller and taller, and so there's like, eventually there's a candle at the top, but it's got like this all dripping down the side. It was really, really cool. It was very fragile to handle, but it was really cool because like all these different colors just bleeding over each other. I'm like, fuck, that's dope. Yeah, I want something like that. And so I started like, without the alcohol, I was too young, but I was like, I want to do something that's a smart idea. Well, melting different, just looking at melting different wax candles to get the color, that's really good. That's really good idea. It's always been there since I was in California. Or my dad gave me my first shot of sake. I should give me a couple. Or in order to keep away from the bar, at the outside bar, he decided there was a basement. We had a basement, it wasn't quite finished. And so he's a carpenter, and so my sister was on her way, so he went ahead to go ahead and finish there's a room behind their room. And he finished that off and made that into a bedroom just for her. She's always had her own bedroom. Aside from when we were moving houses and we had to stay all in the same room for a couple of years. And then as soon as whatever, then she got her own room. And me and my brother had to share. Don't regret that, I'm just saying. Wasn't any weird shit, nothing going on. But But yeah, she always had her own room, so that's just the way it was. So she grew up kind of like spoiled. She always had, like, me and my brother both wanted the waterbed that my parents had. They're like, shut up, neither one of you getting it. It's going in Maisha's room. I'm like, this is a queen size waterbed with heat. She's probably like this tall. I mean, I was like 14, and she's like 6 years younger than me. 7-year-old had a fucking queen-size waterbed. No appreciation whatsoever, just surrounded by toys. I don't know if I mentioned about how, like, my parents forgot me on Christmas. They probably forgot that they forgot me. Yeah, I mean, they've probably been absolved themselves by now by all the stuff they bought. And or they're now so just worried about me being... I tried to show my mom who I am and what was going on yesterday, because I was just being natural and talking and stuff, and so I was sitting there like tapping on the wall, and I was explaining that, like, there's a wall back there that I was sitting in the bathroom and I was upset, and I just kind of just went like that to it, just like, you know, just light, and just blasted a hole through it, because this is like a 98, like this big fist-sized hole. And it's right next to the toilet paper. And my mom was, yes, is something happened? Like, yeah, I was sitting back there, and I'm used to being my toilet, you know, and so I had more room to turn there, and I just turned too fast, and I didn't know where the thing was. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. And so, like, yesterday, I was like, no, I punched the wall. Not hard. I was like this. I did like this, and I punched the wall right there. And she's like, I'm like, you think I don't know what you always think I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, there's a stud there, and I'm like, I'm hitting on it, because I've done carpentry. Hollow. She's like, see, there's a stud. I'm like, that is not a stud. Listen. And I got to the end, I'm like, tap, and when I did that, this picture frame fell off, and I caught it. Like, now that's a stud. And I hung it up like on the wall, and I'm like, trust me, I know what I'm doing. It's like, okay. Did you not see what that just did? I'm like, tap. I'm proving you wrong. Tap. I punched the wall. Did it fall? No. But I go punch on the fucking thing, the solid. It shakes it so hard that the fucking painting falls off. And she's like, because it's like in a picture frame, it's got glass. And I just catch it and I go, no, that's a stud. So help me. I walked around, from where I was, and I hung it back on the wall. I'm like, see, I know what I'm doing. I would have been like, there was a girl, she was a friend of mine named Sarah in Louisiana. And we never dated, but she played guitar and we hung out and stuff and whatever. She'd come over and hang out at my place, I'd come over and hang out at her place. We met online, and half Korean, half American, something like that. But we just talked. We never did anything but just hang out. And she never like really gave any signs that she liked me or whatever, and so I was just like, being a friend, just hanging out. But I was like, I kind of think she might like me. I don't know if she does. And they're like the 98.9X Fest. My mom had one of those cell phones in the car because she worked for the city. She had one of those like old, like a corded cell phone in the car, had a line that go out the window and had another antenna. Yeah, it was old as shit. Had the battery pack and had a leather case. I mean, it was like a brick. It was big. And so like it was open. And so like, 99X Fest, the ninth caller to call in right now gets tickets to 99X. And I go, if I won those tickets, would you go with me? And she's like, yeah. Pick up the phone, dial the number. Hey. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my name's Sean Battle. All right. Okay, so how would I come pick that? Well, let me go do the announcement real quick, and then I'll go ahead and explain to you. I'm like, all right. And she's like, I put it down, and she's like, yeah, right. And I jumped the fucking radio. Hello, 99X. Hey, this is Sean. It's the exact conversation that I had. You're the ninth caller. Cool. So blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. So like, I mean, when do I come by to get the tickets? Like, and then it just cuts off there. I think it might have cut off like a little before that, because I was just like way too cool. Like, okay, cool, all right. So I just come by. Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever. You said you go, and she wasn't like, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go. That was fucking crazy. How'd you do that? I don't know. I just called. I love God a lot, and I didn't know if you ever wanted to go like on a date with me, so I thought like maybe this would be a way to kind of ask, because you never really, you know what I mean? And it could have been a start of like, yeah, I've been waiting for you to. Okay, well, I didn't know that because you don't act interested in any way. I'm very. Oh, gotcha. That's why you haven't asked. No, you don't act. You act like, hey, what's up? What's up? Not a whole lot. You know? Cool. I like people. That's fine. You know? And but yeah. But nobody fucking, you know. Hell, my friend Opie, we were sitting there and we were hanging out one time, and I don't know if he's trying to call me out or whatever, you know, I don't know, but I had seen him do some very weird shit, kind of like that, you know, and we were sitting outside this one band practice. He's like, you know, it's really frustrating. I'm like, what's that? And he's like, you know, people don't believe you who you say you are, even when you do stuff like this. And like the lightning goes across the sky, and I'm like, and all of a sudden the voice that when they told me to get like to trust it when those guys jump me, he's like, call his bluff. I'm like, how? Call his bluff. How? I don't know how to do it. Call his bluff. And my hand just went like, so what? And he's like, huh? What? Just shut the fuck up, dude. I'm sick of your fucking mouth. You talk all the time. Your name is Otis. That means hears well. Shut the fuck up and listen. Do you ever think that some of those ideas you're having is me hanging out with you? In your mind, you're hearing me go through what I'm going through. We're that close of friends. And then you go, what a brilliant idea. Yeah. Yes, that is awesome. And rather than coming to me like, hey dude, I could hear you. I could hear you talking. You go, guess what I thought of the other day? Did you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Tell me more. Never even thought, where did this come from? I did. Where is this coming from? Right, but it's always right. No, it's your head. No, it's not. That's why I like you. The fuck? What the fuck was that? Hello? What the fuck was that? I got my dad. I'm like, Dad, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what the fuck God wants from me, because this world wants me to fucking work, and he's like, everything. I was like, everything. Yeah, he wants everything. Okay. And I've been writing since, like, elementary school. I've been saving them. They were fucking 3 and 1, 3 and 4, 5 subject notebook, spiral back. The Trapper Keeper. Those were fucking hot in school. The Trapper Keeper. Holy crap. I wonder if they even use those nowadays. So anyways, it's brand new. People were losing their fucking minds when you could change the thing. You could draw pictures and slide them on the front. Oh, We were losing our fucking minds. And then when you learned that you could wrap the book and cover it with a brown paper bag and tape it and then just draw whatever the fuck you want to on the cover. Oh, fuck your mathematics. I will put mathematics sucks. I hate fucking math. I was even telling my mom, I was like, wait yesterday it was so, I'll get back to it, but it was so crazy because I was going insane. I thought I was getting through to her. Like, this is so nuts. And I was doing a timer on the microwave. It's like, what? Why aren't we on like a decimal system? I mean, what, 0.123, empirical system. It's 4 quarts in a gallon, but like 28 ounces. What the fuck is that? Oh, they're stupid over there with their fuck. Then how come everyone else in the world besides us is doing it? Because it's empirical. You just like the sound of the name, don't you, you fucking cocky shit? You shitbag. Yeah, and they came up with that, but we're still going by. Okay, so they used to have, back when they had an empire? Yeah. And you're forcing that on us in this land of freedom? Yeah. And they're shitheads for making a new? And they're all agreeing it's better and easier to work with? I hate math because, like, I was trying to do, like, the math of, like, subtracting the minutes and, like, wait, but there's 60 minutes, it's not 100. I was like, it doesn't help anything that the microwave, like, agrees. And she's like, what? When you type in 100, what happens? 1 minute. 60 seconds. So even they agree that 100 is fucking 60. Even the people at home agree that 100, 100, but they're like, no. Like, yeah. No, you gotta carry the 1 and divide by the, but why? Why not change the count? It'd be one thing if you're like, okay, 60 minutes times 4. You know what I mean? If you were doing that. Well, I don't want to type in that. I just want to type in 4 minutes. Look at what you're typing. 400. Watch what it does when you hit it. Yeah, you've been arguing with me since I was 7. That 100 is not, 60 is not 100 and 100 is not 60. You guys have been all arguing with me. And then you go, oh, fuck, I didn't know if that's what you meant. Like, I know, because you're just too busy doing it as normal, which is what I said. When? Oh, my new thing is, oh, I will choke you. But it's joke. I wouldn't do it. It's like just joking. Oh, I will choke you. I will choke you. Oh my God. When? The start of the fucking conversation, I will murder you. You don't understand. My mom was like trying to get me to calm down. Like, it's the way it is, and just you're gonna have to do. Like, she asked Michelle, like when she talked to Michelle, the first thing I thought she should, because on my side, I wanted to see what her side was, and then we would go out the next day because Michelle doesn't really have a mom. So I started telling my mom what's going on, and she's like, well, did you ever take her viewpoint into it? I'm like, you're my mom, right? Okay, you understand that. You're not her mom. I know she's trying to take you because she doesn't have one, and you're kind of going. But I'm fine because you're a great mom and she doesn't have one. But now she's not here, fuck her. You're my mom. Will you listen to what I've been saying? And I go through and like list all that. And like the break yesterday, the day before, it's like, holy shit, dude. My mom, like, cause she just couldn't take what I was talking about, so she left. She's like, I can't do this. I'm freaking out. I'm losing. I'm like, mom. And I got on my knees. I'm like, I know you're leaving, and that's fine. But please, I apologize. I'm sorry. You don't ever have to come back or anything like that. I'm sorry. I apologize. But please don't leave angry at me, whatever. Just go. And she's like, you're driving me crazy. I can't do this. I'm like, I don't know if you know this, Mom, but this is happening to me. Okay, and I started crying. I was like, so you're right, let me just go ahead and change my position and figure out how all the rest of the fucking world feels about my fucking life. And then change my viewpoint to fit theirs. And you still mean to tell me that 1 + 1 is 2 and there's no extra 1 to make it 3? It's what I found out in ketamine on the first day. I just walked back to my bathroom and I'm back here, and I just go. You just go. You'll be safe away from me. I can't hurt you. You're free to go. And I just shut the door, and she's like knocking the door, and she's like, open the door. I'm like, no. She's like, open the door, and I screamed. I was like, no! What did I fucking say? I said, go home. Absolutely no one fucking cares. Just go. And then God's like, honor thy father and mother, and like, I'm only opening the door because God said, honor thy father and mother. What do you want? And she's like, can you come out here and sit with me? I'm like, no. And I went back in the bathroom and sat, and I'm like, I don't want you back here. Because anytime I'm fucking crying, I don't know what it is. Women have to just make it about themselves, and then they start this fake crying, like, oh, I hurt you and you never do anything wrong. And I'm just like watching it. You're gonna make you hurting me about how I should feel bad for you. So I get like these bursts. I get these little short chances. Cause I'm a man. And men just go down with the shit. Just fine, I'm fine with that, but I'm tired of people not appreciating the fact that that's a choice. I know that's a rule, women and children first, but I would be the one screaming it. Not other guys are trying to get in the boat. I mean, women and children first. We're men. Get back. Your life's not important. The species continues on with them. It dead ends with us surviving. You understand? It's more than that. You stay your fucking spot. Come on, everybody get in. Everybody. We don't have time. Everybody in the boats. Everybody, if you fucking move, I'll fucking shoot you. Coward. But at the same time, why is he a coward for wanting to live? They want to live, they're getting on the boat, they're like, yeah! That's the part that gets me. That's what I'm like. You think this is like a fucking world rule? Oh, the only time I've ever punched my sister. We're in the back of my brother's Geo Metro. My mom's driving. We're going out to the nursery to get some. My mom loves plants, and she was about to get some stuff. And she's just annoying and just annoying as shit. I'm like, stop it. Stop doing that, because my parents told me before she was born, don't ever hit your sister. If you do, if you don't want to know, just never do it. I'm like, I want to be the big brother that Keith. I'm not Keith. Keith did that to me. You were watching Keith do that to me. I'm not looking to turn that on anybody. I'm looking to be the big brother that I never had. God damn it. And on top of that, where do you think all this shit came from, Dad? Your selfish ass. His anger, he's doing that to me because he's too small to do it to you. But I'm small enough that he can do it to, so he hates me. A lot of people told me that I look like my dad. The perfect little patsy for a fucking 6-year-old to attack a 3-year-old that just can't do shit. It took me a while to figure it out, but I'm like, oh, okay, I see, and now that's why you're mad at Dad, and that's why you're an atheist. I've never met an atheist that didn't have problems with their dad, or their dad died, and have some kind of, then why did he take my dad? He takes all of us. The fuck he took Jesus. What the fuck are you talking about? I've converted so many people that were hardcore atheists, and then they're just like, that's true, I didn't think about that. Like my brother is atheist. He's like, come on, a flood over the whole world? You don't honestly believe that? I'm like, Keith, this was 5,000 years ago, and they didn't have Google Maps, motherfucker. Okay? So about 300 miles from your house to about 300 miles was your entire world. And if it was from mountain chain to mountain chain, and it's all flooded, the entire world is flooded. They didn't know California. You only know that because we've been here. So stop getting so fucking cocky. You can't believe they put leeches. You know how many medicines you've taken that you won't know for sure? Like with the leeches, it didn't work. It took a while to figure that out. They thought it did. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have the aspirin. And they used to think that demons were in them. They didn't have Tylenol to break the fever. What happens when you have a fever? Fever dreams. It gets really bad, so they're lucky if they live through it. There's bacteria in them. So when they sneeze, phlegm comes out. I'm like, I don't know, some kind of demon. It's not necessarily like, hey, you know what I mean, little pitchfork guys. That's your depiction of demon. What's their depiction of demon? Well, look at the paintings. That's a picture of a fucking devil. What's a demon? A spirit? I don't know what they thought a demon was. I have demons in my blood that are, they spoke more poetically. It's as if I have demons within my very blood, tormenting my skin, ripping my flesh. Why you gotta talk so goddamn? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not using a typewriter right now, or talk to text, or chat GPT. So if I have anything to say, I try very hard to make it worth saying, especially in pen and paper, which aren't very common around now. So if someone finds this someday, because paper and stuff lasts forever in their mind, probably thought we'd always be on paper until the 80s. We don't really need paper at all now. There's no real reason for it, other than the people that I still like paper. But they're dying off. It always does. The old trees always die off with a new forest. And right now, the Trump regime got fueled by my parents and older who felt they were robbed. They experienced the America that I experienced. And rather than getting mad at America for lying to them, it was those goddamn fucking people giving the tax breaks. They're, no, it's those fucking people. And they get caught up in that. And like, whatever side you're on, if you're rich, there's too many taxes on you. That's the problem. I'd invest more if you didn't tax me so much. Okay, we won't tax you so much. Oh, I've got so much money. Oh, I can get a new house. This is how I'm investing more in me. I gotta buy the house. There's gotta be a laborer. I'm a job builder. I'm a job creator. And they start believing that shit. Every job they do is perfect. Can't be. That's why Steve Jobs is yelling. Okay, why can't it? Can I explain to you what I'm saying? Okay. This touchscreen right here, nowhere near this big. I mean, it does, it's tight, but it should be like boom and real fast and whatever, okay? We can't do that. I know. This is what I'm seeing. Gotcha. Okay, so then I don't know how to do it, but that's what I'm just telling you because you're the engineer. I just don't think that could happen. Like, why couldn't that happen? Well, because the limit of the... What? Keep going. Come on. I don't know what someone did. What you got? What you got? You got on something, aren't you? Hang on. Hang on. I'm see. It's not quite what you're talking about, but will it get? Yeah, it'll get done. I'm gonna have to write the code. I knew I had the right guy. Go get him. Go get him. I knew it. I fucking knew I got the right person. Go. Go, go, go. You got it? Yeah, I think I got it. Good. Awesome. What's going on with this? The graphical interface, man, that's really cool looking. So you made a haunted house? No, I couldn't get the sunlight to stop coming through. Oh, I thought you made it. Okay, we can... We made the place haunted. Just build a whole story around that. Right. I want to play the game later. I trust you. I hired the right person. I think you're the one to do this. Okay? Someone just knocked, I think. Let me go check. It's just raining, and it sounded like it might be raining there. I don't know. I mean, it's been pretty cloudy and hot, like all around USA. But the drops kind of like you can probably hear it now, but it was just coming down, and then all of a sudden, like some just had been like water balls, just blop blop, like an unfrozen. Hail ball, but like only like 6. Blah blah blah. Someone fucking knocked. See, it stopped. Someone knocking on my door because I mean they hit hard. Blah blah blah. By the time I got to the bathroom, I heard it like blah blah. But you can hear the tick 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 tick. I love sounds. I always have. It's just so great. You know, people like always. I was telling my mom we were watching that Dion Cole, and he was doing stuff, and I noticed that most comedians, like so everybody fucking hates mimes, right? Oh, mimes are so annoying. They can tell a whole story without saying a word, and you can get it, and they can make it funny, so they can translate their thoughts. A speech, you know what I mean? Language is more than just talking. And I started thinking about it, like, what if it started with a deaf person? At first, they were trying to like talk to their friend, and like, hey, you're walking. I don't know where you at the door, and I mean, pretty soon, like everyone's cracking up and like. You know, I mean, like, and then, you know, just like, and walks away. You know, I'm not a freak like this. If I had like a costume showing that that's what I was doing. People could understand what I'm saying, and they would stop and listen to me and talk to me. I love children, but I can never talk. I'm stuck in here. And kids always get it. They always do. Yeah. They started doing like the stairs, like, that's fucking crazy. like they're really like, they walk around it. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta do this shit. This is so great. This is so great. The makeup is a little bit hokey, but I mean, it's so great. And so I signed up for miming classes, and everybody's like, oh, mimes suck. Mimes is worse. I'm like, who's doing that walking against the wind? Like, no, they're doing a lot more than that shit. On top of that, every comedian you know does mimery. So then she hands me. I mean, he's already telling a story about something very nasty. And the crowd's too busy laughing to realize he's miming. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't say anything, but they all know what he's saying. Oh. Why'd I spell that again? Make sure it stinks. Why do we do that? Oh, God, that's... Yeah, that's horrible. It's like... It might not have been that. Oh, dude, I was sweating yesterday, apparently. Jesus. Fucking hell. I've told my mom so many times that I hate the grill, like the whatever, the lighting grill. And I guess she hates it too, but she never said, yeah, me too. But she always asked me to go light it. And yeah. I had a dream that a gas stove blew up in my face when I was a kid, and I've hated gas stoves ever since. And so she brought this little one over yesterday. I'm like, I just hate the. It's like, yeah. I'm gonna take care of it. I'm like, okay, cool. I just much prefer charcoal. I know, but I'd like to taste them. Like, I'd rather just wait because charcoal doesn't explode ever. And so I go inside. I got stuff to do inside of here, like some whatever, and get some stuff ready to go. So go ahead and do that. And like she was out there for a little bit, and then she comes back in. And she's like, "How do you get the? It's just a child lock on the thing." Yeah, you gotta put. You know what? I just gotta do it. No, Mom. I'll just go ahead and do it. It's cool. She just wouldn't listen to anything I was saying when I was trying to tell her. I mean, it was like I said, it's one of the reasons I always do it. And she doesn't do it. She doesn't even know how to do the lighter. But yeah, she's trying to tell me how to do. We gotta make sure that I'm like, don't open that fucking thing, and it blows out. Okay, so the wind. Okay, what we want to do is we're gonna like get it a little bit open. This is like, remember yesterday I was yelling at this? Yeah, this is a good design. Like I can see through here, and I can tell if it's lit, and I can light it right here. So I'm gonna close the lid most of the way, so it's dark. And then I'll, and I'll click it, yeah, and I'll turn the gas on. Just turn the gas on just a little bit, and all right, cool. And I watched it and it kind of lit up, and I just closed it. I'm like, now if there's any other ones that are down there because it's whatever, it's like, yeah, we got to make sure. I'm like, don't open the door. So I was like, I looked in there, I was like, yeah, I can see the flame. This is a good design. I can see the flame from out here with it closed. This is the other one, that was shit. That shit that's just fucked up. This is a good design. This was designed well. I started looking, I'm like, dude, I actually really liked it. This is really well designed. It's like, I just want to see if it's still going. I'm like, it's going. It's like, I just want to, I'm like, don't fucking open. I kind of like, please, okay? If the wind blows it, because the wind was blowing pretty good, it'll blow it out again. And then we'll have to start all over, okay? So just, I can see through here, and you can see through there. Because it's dark inside, it's completely dark, so the only way you can see a light in there is if there's a flame. Yes, I see a flame, any loose gases, which is what I said before, if you open it up, they're gonna blow away. But if they are, they'll combust and just like the other ones. It's a design. And I was trying to get her to sign into, I wanted to sign into the library. She would not listen to just anything I said. And I'm like, I'm begging her to hand me the phone. I'm like, Mom, she's like, I just want to try this. I'm like, Mom, please. I just want, and it's like, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? And people would do this all the time. Like, I would want my help. And then they want to take over. And she's like, I got to learn to do for myself. I'm like, I can show you. It's broadcasting to the screen. You'll watch everything that I'm doing. Please, Mom, please. And she just started going, I just wanted to. I explained to her several times why I wanted it. I'm like, Mom, this was my fucking job, okay? I had a 98% call resolution, the highest in the company. This would be like me telling you to use a T-square where you know not to. You know, you're an architect. I have no business telling you what piece of these do. And this is just, please. All right, fine. Finally, I was like begging for a while. Mom, please, Mom, please. Please, this is my job. This is what I did for a living. Mom, please give me the phone. I just want to check this one thing. Like, nobody fucking listens to anything I gotta fucking say. Like, ever. And so, like, I'm so upset that I'm fucking screaming, calm down. I started at this volume. I was here saying, yeah, so if you just give me the phone, I can just go ahead and fix that for you real quick. Hang on, I just want to do this. I'll just get it done real quick. I gotta learn how to do it. No, you don't. Once you get you logged in, and then she's like, well, so how do I do that? And I pull up the phone and I show it to her. You see the hoopla button? I click it, and like it goes to hoopla on the fucking thing. That's how. There you go. It works with your TV because your TV is a smaller version of my TV. That's why I checked it to see if it would do all the stuff. Because your TV is almost exactly like mine. The menu is almost exactly the same and everything. Okay? That's how I know how to work your TV when I'm over there. Now I know to work this TV over here. Okay. No. For 48 years. I've listened to you guys. Okay, I've heard enough. When I prove you wrong, you're gonna listen. I backed away. You're gonna listen to me for once. Okay? You're going to. And like I sat down and talked to her, and I thought it got through. And so, like, okay, now you can kind of handle that. I can tell you that that girl I'm in love with is not necessarily an Instagram model. And then she's like, I just want to see why you think they're the same. I'm like, believe it or not, Mom, I've got a reason. I do. My main question, I guess, was poorly worded. It's like, is it possible? Would it be possible that she could possibly love me, or am I insane for even thinking that at all? And I will answer any questions you have, but you're like, why do you feel that way? And then you'll spill on why I shouldn't. Not, why do you feel that way? Why do you think that? I just want to know it because I can't do this anymore. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of fighting with this shit. Either I'm insane or this is whatever. And honor thy father and mother. I will do whatever you say. She's had me like committed before. So I was like, if you say this is a stupid, crazy idea, I will go commit myself. To make you feel safe and whatever. Because apparently I'm fucking crazy. And I'm scaring people, I'm scaring you. So I tried to explain to her I yelled myself hoarse. And I was blasting the news. It was just all kinds. It was just stuff that's on the radio. I'm on the TV, all the fake news that the fucking Trump supporters around here won't listen to. Because they're lying. And so I was just playing like, Donald Trump, Elon Musk accuses Trump of being a pedophile. Stop. Elon Musk, bruise on face. Elon Musk arrives and stop. Elon Musk, Trump pedophile. Trump's been accused, and I just go through the history and just play like loud. oh yeah, my son punched me in the face. I'm like, no. The size of that, as soon as I saw it was the size of a gun butt. A punch wouldn't get him in there. To apologize? He takes jiu-jitsu and stuff, you know? So that wouldn't be enough. It would have to be somebody that does not want anything to get out, going, yes, we are the shadow government. Bow! You know? Because Trump was like, yeah, he probably knew that he had that and he was doing that, but he figured with Trump giving that $280 million to him, Trump owes him so big. But Trump wanted that fucking office so he could get those Epstein files because he knows he's in them. The next president to take office, here's why. January 6th, here's why. That is not my handwriting. We've been trying to release this. Who prevented it? And then you play the clips. Would you leave the JFK? Yes. Would you leave the something? Yes. Would you leave the Epstein files? Well, I mean, that less so because, I mean, we don't want any innocent people getting hurt. Pedophile. He used to run Miss Teen USA, and so I played like oh my God, it was so loud. Like the first day I was blasting. I was stepping outside in the front, and I was just screaming. I was screaming as loud as I could fucking scream. I was stomping around, just banging shit in my house. I was losing my fucking mind. And then the next day, I woke up early and started right again. Like, if you're gonna fuck this over and basically, you know, fuck the entire world, I'm gonna at least show you what you bought. You fucking jackasses. And then, like, I played, like, all the Republican people accused of pedophile. And I heard someone go, what about Kamala? And so I played Kamala Harris's fucking campaign. What about Biden? And so I played the Build Back Better. And then I played One Big Beautiful Bill. Because he doesn't do anything, but he takes credit for everything. So all the effects of Joe Biden's Build Back Better, which got passed and approved, have not taken effect yet, because that's not how bills work, and he knows that the poorly educated don't know that. So he needs the big, beautiful bill. So when they go, yeah, let's be back, BBB. Oh, Build Back Better? They passed that last year. When did things happen? When did things start getting better? When did things start getting better? When you passed a big, beautiful bill? Yeah. I said, Build Back Better? We needed one big, beautiful bill. And then they made one big, beautiful bill. It is not the same package. No. Ours are going to do this, but of course they don't actually go through with it. And or it gets passed in the House, and the people at home go, yeah! And then it goes to the Senate, and they go, fuck no. And they don't fight it. They don't appeal it. Now, if Trump does something, they appeal and fight, but I don't know. I always start talking about politics, and people always gotta, like, go, you know. And it's like no one ever wants to talk about, like, real shit. I think because it breaks their illusion, you know. They've bought into the system, and me not having bought in just reflects how bad they fucked up. And so they just like, look, you know? No. This is too much, I can't listen to, you're making me crazy, I can't hear, you know, I can't do this. It's too much sense I've been taught from school way too long that this is this, okay? And you're making too much sense, and it's ruining my entire fucking world. There's so much guilt I have if that's the truth. Yeah. That's the point. And you face it and go, holy shit, I had no idea I was such a fucking asshole. You know what my brother gets to do? I don't remember. My mom's like, you gotta kind of take it easy on him because, you know, he's having a lot of drinking problems and stuff and yada yada. I'm like, Fuck him. He knew he was an atheist when he met this Catholic girl that goes to church every Sunday. He knew that. He did that. What, do you think he convinced her to not be? Did he like the fact that she's a good girl, but not the fact that church, like everything besides the church thing I really like about her. So the fact she believes there's a God and that we exist and that things are happening for a reason. Aside from that, she's awesome. What are you going to do with your kid, dude? Oh, I'll show her the way. You'll show her the way? Is it your job to change anybody? Well, I'm just making people realize the stupidity of what? Being happy? You want to ruin that? Because you think you've done enough of that for me? What were you saying? I don't remember any of that. If I were the one who did it, I wouldn't want to remember that either. At any point in time, you could have killed me when you had that pillow on me and you were jumping up and down. You could have broken my spine. I was 3 years younger than you. You were 9, I was 6. There's a big pillow that covered my entire body, and he'd just jump on it and lay on it until I would stop screaming, get off me, get off me, get off me. And then he'd get off. Basically, so you can't tell me when you get off. I get off you. And so I learned that. The third or fourth time, I was like, okay, so as soon as he puts it on there, just as soon as he jumps on, just make no noise. And so he starts bouncing on it. I'm telling my mom, like, all the shit that my brother did. You know? And even after all the shit, I mean, it's absolutely horrible what he did to me throughout my life. Yeah, but I'm like, oh my God, if I have to consider any, and I just, what about, when's anyone? That's all I do is consider everyone else's feelings. When is anyone going to consider my feelings? Mom, when you got done talking to Michelle, you asked me, the woman I was going to marry, you asked me, have I considered her? You know, you're the one that raised me, right? I get dad is a piece of, oh, so you want to talk with her and say, well, you don't understand that dad is abusive and a druggie, so therefore that you want to have a private talk with her to brace her for Hurricane Sean. You have no faith in your son at all. They're on Hoopla, you could check books out and stuff, and so, like, I mean, she hasn't listened to my book at all. I know. Because when I was going to set up, it's like, Meredith, what is that? I'm like, it's the house from the robber and the thief. It's in the very beginning, when you said you read. I didn't say the one you said you read. I was like, it's his main house. Yeah, this one's Meredith, and my other one that I can use in there. It also does the same thing. That's going to be Priyanatha, which was his home away from home. You read the first part of the story, right? I get that you would know Priyanatha, but Meredith was mentioned very many times. And okay. I just kept on going about, oh, I can check out books. I'm like, yeah, you can check out audiobooks, you can check out ebooks, you can listen to books. And I started showing like all the audiobooks, like, oh yeah, so I don't have to go to the library. I'm like, well, some of them are here, some of them are not, and you have a limited number of checkouts, and like 10. And she's like, oh, I like movies. I have no idea about books. I really don't check books. I don't read books. I don't really read books. You can get comics, you can get books, you can get ebooks. When I did my book, I got Harry Potter to get the idea of like what the pacing, and there should be music or whatever, because I was going to do like a jazz freeform in the background. I was playing, like I was just moving instruments while I was going, because I know the story very well. And I had like a really cool thing, but it's much more like jazz scatty, which I would much rather have from like River Crombie's music. I don't know, have you seen the show where I'm playing his stuff? I love it. That one song, Borders, I was just finishing the book. It was like the third edition. I've been writing through. I mean, I like really poured myself into that. I think it's one of the best things I was given to write, like, ever. And I have a better one yet to come. It's a multiple choice novel. I looked, nobody's done one. It's so easy to do in digital that it would make it very easy to, if you missed it, you can go back because you can hyperlink inside. And it's because of those hyperlinks, you can do a book inside a book. So each character has a journal, and you can read the journal at the end. Each character, there's 3 main characters, and each main character has a journal at the end. Now, throughout the story, you'll find her journal, Solana's journal, or Zane's journal, or Balin's journal, open to a certain, you know what I mean? It's like, Balin's journal is on the bed, open, but there's no sign of him, so there's not an information drop, but I have a hyperlink. And you click it, and it'll be like this page, and it's gonna be like, it'll look like torn out, and like I might even write, so it looks like an image, you know? I might even write in hand, or I can get a script that looks like different handwritings, and just type, you know, their stories, and so at least what was supposed to happen in that, because each choice is a different universe. So when you get to what I call the golden endings at the end, it'll be like, and it'll be like, you know, you say like page 9 or whatever, and as you flip through, and then you get page 9 torn out and missing, page 10, page 11, page 14's missing. It's just, you know, as you're reading the big at the end, and they're like, oh shit, have you got the other ones? Oh shit, man, wow. He completed all, wow, that's fucking crazy. And so when you get to the golden, all those other ones don't even, what's on them doesn't even matter. It might as well be torn out, because I made sure that every ending that wasn't going to the 3, and there's like 20 endings, and I wanted to make them all feel satisfactory, so you never felt like let down or like, oh, I gotta go back. I wanted you to read all of them and decide whichever one, however you want the story to end. As far as what I consider, there are, like I said, there's 3 golden endings. And I tell people, like, all 3 characters have to go, but all 3 characters can't make it to the end. There's lots of different ways. Some of them die, some of them just like, fuck this, I'm out. There's a bunch of, you know, I mean, so there's it just, every decision opens up a different universe. I was watching Lord of the Rings. I was starting to write The Keep Christerian, and I was watching Lord of the Rings. I'm like, I fucking love this movie, but it's always exactly the same. It doesn't have to be the same, because I used to read Choose Your Own Adventure, like these little short books. Choose Your Own Adventure novel. No. And I remember reading that people hate info drops, and so the first like 40 pages, I'm going to turn into a book that's going to be, because it's like a history of Christerian, and Zane wrote it. And I was, you know, it's like, because after that, it's like, now I know all that, because it starts out like telling basically like the story. But now I know all this. But the fucking asshole arguing with me across does not know. I'm the foremost study of Christerian and the things that were in the first era. So I'd had enough. He like calls it a challenge, and basically when it's like, if you have 2 in your hand, that means it doesn't, the clerics, almost all the clerics have 2. You know, and then almost everybody else they have 1 in the right hand, and then the other one has lines, but it doesn't make a full-on cross, and so the thing is no cross, no count. If it doesn't actually cross like there, and then actually touch there, and touch there, and touch there, it can be faint. And that's how, like, the darker the lines, and the deeper the grooves, the more true they have. They consider that's the more true that you have. Because some ones, they're like NPCs with a bit of AI. But this, because they're in the story, it's because they're right-handed. And so in the womb, they really only need dexterity in this. And this one wasn't closed so tight. So it didn't make a full cross. Like this one was just like tight, and this one was just kind of, because they're right-handed. So most of their thinking in there. Whereas both hands and the clerics, they're thinking with both sides of their brain in the womb. When they're packaged up, and then just folds like right along there. you know, and makes that little symbol. But some people the other ones had, like, they just kind of, early on, they didn't really need to do much with work tools and not argue or whatever. So they just do shit based on fact, even if the fact is wrong. So, you know, it's just, they don't mean to be ignorant. They're NPCs. The weirdest thing is I saw a guy on the bus. And like if you ever play video games, you know that like sometimes you go to an NPC to talk, get into whatever. You're like, well, fishing around these parts is really great. I love fishing. And there's like another question. You can ask them questions and they'll say engaged. And like with questions about fishing, do you fish your off and blah, blah, blah. You know? And then if you come to them later, like, I wonder if you got any other quests. Love fishing. The fishing around here is just awesome. It's great. And it's got some other quests, or like, you know, some other, like one question you can ask him, you know, it's the same thing you did over and over. So they use a gray outfit, especially in like Bethesda games. But there's a guy on the bus, and he totally just like, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I've done that. I mean, and then like I looked at, and he basically kind of just looked at me. It's like, just like almost the most dead, kind of like, yep, I heard that, man. This is blah 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 blah. My stop's coming up. It's like the same thing. I'm like, oh god, he's an NPC. Oh fuck. I feel like I should ask him a question to get a quest. Holy fuck. That was weird as shit. I want to be like, can I see your hands, please? Yeah, why? Hardworking man. Have a good day. I just want to say something. That was a fucking zero. I was just joking, like a way to sort people and shit. That's real? Because that might explain a lot why people can't understand me, but some people can. That would explain a lot. Some people are using both halves of the brain, and some people are only just using one half. And they're just using the other one with all personality. Now your personality, it feels like your personality is stored on one side of the brain. I'm sure there's other functions there. But your personality is on one side, and the other stuff, like motor skills, are over on here. From what I could tell, now depending on what, I guess if you're right-handed, because that's where I was shifted. No, I was shifted like that. Yeah. And the other guy driving was like this. It's like there's someone else in my head. It was fucking weird, but basically the two halves of my brain, the normal working, I immediately, they're just dissociated and they're not working as one anymore. They're working as two separate processors. I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense. That's why there's a separation between the two. They can go to, I was just processing like guilt-free. I was just going through so much shit. I processed through so much shit. And I told her, like, you know, on the fifth one, I'm like, yeah, man, I know you're not gonna believe me, but I'm better. Yeah, you're getting better. I'm like, right. That's whether you're not gonna believe me. There's gonna be like real. I know, because if there are no tears, how can you wipe away all tears? So I know that. I know that's gonna happen, and it has, you know. But mostly because, like I said, I mean, not be that really kind of broke me, because I've been trying to get to know my mom. The whole reason I came up here was to get to know my mom. I'm like, she protected me a lot when I was little from my dad, but and she's always helped me out a lot. But I don't know her. And I was like, I want to know. I got to know my dad when everybody left him, and I knew he was gonna fucking kill himself if I left. So I stayed. I didn't want to stay. Fuck that dude. I didn't want to stay. Dude, you made this mess. You made this. This is you. This is what you did. What did you think else was going to happen, asshole? What else did you think? You threw her down a flight of fucking stairs. Yesterday was like the first time being around my mom after I explained quite a bit of shit, like the day before. That I didn't feel like when she comes around, there's just like this cagey, like I could just explode at any minute type, like feel. I'm like, what the fuck is that? What is that? What is that? And she tended to kind of sit like away. And and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, I found a book at her house. It was buried under some stuff. I went to sat on the couch and I was like, and it said basic mental divergency for basic, you know, for the dummies, mental divergency for dummies. Huh? So you think I'm mentally divergent? I just kept on looking forward. She's like, no, I just, you know, like you're watching TV and it's like, why else do you have a fucking mental divergency for a dummies book? You're just checking on yourself. You're worried about Keith. No, Keith went to college and he's an alcoholic, but to fall apart. But I'm a drug addict who has complete control of myself. So I'm the real problem. Mike's just got a degree. So you don't have to worry about her. Sexologist. She's off to, you know, whatever she wants to be. Me. Really beaten up and abused like the whole fucking time. By them, by Keith, by my sister, by the people at school, by the whole fucking system. Just fucking kicked the shit out of. Since I was 7. We moved down here when I turned 8 before I started school. My parents sent me a calculator watch that transforms into a transformer to robot and a note saying, don't take this to school. Motherfucker, you're in California and you won't be back for another 6 months. Oh, he's going to school. I told you I hate math. Don't be using this in your class. I hate math. So I could just play with my toy like pretend like I had him because they couldn't see the calculator in the front, and I'm just actually typing in the calculator. So his arms all floppy because he would tighten, you know, fold up into a little clock, and you put him in the little case. I take him out, he just because it just came out so much, and it just instead of being like, there you go, stand your legs up, and there you go. No, nothing. Huh? Oh, I just had it like a transformer. Put that away. Yeah, I did already. It's your fault for putting 60 seconds in 1 hour. 60 seconds in a minute. Fuck you. Put 100 in, you fucking fascist. You psycho. You're psycho. You're fucking crazy. You ever think that maybe that's why we have like an extra, like a leap year? I really don't think the universe mismeasured by a quarter fucking day every 4 years. The Mayan calendar, Incan calendar is more correct and more accurate. Then why don't we use that? Our robots are gonna make it better. We have better. They still were wrong. They were more accurate than you with all the science you've had, and you've been to the moon. Yep. You sure you didn't fake that shit and just plant that shit on the moon with a remote lander? Movie magic? Anything? No? Okay. It was so cool. I was doing my math on my meds, and I was trying to find out because while I was doing my ketamine, I was going to my mom's like twice a week. And so I don't smoke over there. I smoke in my house, sure, but without like smoking pot, like, man, I can't tell you how bad this fucking, I mean, maybe you know, I don't know, how bad this tramadol just nag on me. And like when I'm stoned, I just forget. And so I tried to do my counts to make sure I was still on because I was doing good. And I had like 124, and I counted. I hadn't, my calendar had fallen off, and so I didn't change the days. I thought like in like 2-3 days. And so when I did it, I was like, what day's Monday? And so I just knocked off like 3 days. And it's like, okay, so that's the 22nd. And I counted from there like an extra 7 days or 8 days. And like, okay, and I multiplied my meds. And like, okay, so that'd be 6 a day. Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. That's fine. And I was like, if this month, if I can make it to refill day, not calling in early, it's a win. Because I haven't done that in 8-9 years. Since whenever I figured out that they'll fill it, at first I found they'll fill it 2 days early, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, and then eventually 7. Like, well, shit, times 8, that's like fucking a bunch extra. Yeah, I just filled it 7 days early, and I just kept doing it. Like, sure, they're not gonna keep doing this. Yeah. All right, man. Whatever. It's I don't mind getting high. So even when I'm getting done with ketamine therapy, I'm just gonna go once a week, probably just to get fucked up, and maybe write some lyrics. You know, have some subjects that I want to write on, and yeah, think about and stuff. Oh yeah, one of the best songs I've written yet is coming out with like Troth, but I wrote it about her. Such a I love that song. It's pretty good, and I actually used my vocal booth, you know, and everything I did back here because I was trying to get Mike to jam. He said he wanted to do a 4 EP before we actually release. I'm like, okay, cool. And so we wrote like 2 songs. He wrote one, I wrote another one, and that was pretty good. And I tried a couple other songs. He's like, no. And I was like, okay. I mean, let's take it simple. And like I tried this one, and it started sounding pretty good. I'm like, just tell me what you think about this one. He's like, yeah, let's work on that. I'm like, all right, so I just started working on that, and I changed some things up, and then like I sent him the draft of it without like bass, just the guitar and drums, and see if he wanted to do like a lead guitar and bass. Oh, he fucking killed it. And it's just so fucking cool. And again, with the lyrics I have are just they fit it so perfectly. But we gotta wait till that EP comes out, and when that EP comes out, I can go ahead and release it. I'll probably do like a release type deal, and it might be like 5 songs, because Troth gets way more attention than Geared My ever does. Like when people tune in during Troth stuff, they're like, "Who is that?" No one ever said I'm gonna play Geared My. They just kind of like, So me with Mike Nova is same thing. He's a better guitar player than leads. That's why I didn't want to play leads, man. That's why I didn't want to play leads. That's why I didn't want to do all the shit that I'm doing. But, you know. Oh my god. I gotta lay down. My back is fucking killing me. It might be time actually. It probably is. Yeah, 340, it's time to take some more tramadol. Especially, like I said, when I just found out that I got actually 7 extra days, so that's really cool. I had to call my mom and be like, I'm not trying, but I got some great news. I told her the other day, I was like 6 a day. I'm like, I was like a week, maybe 2 weeks off. I thought I had like 20 something days, like 24 days. I only have 16. It's a lot of fucking days. It's like 8 days that I just was wrong. So, anyways, hope you're having a great day, and I hope to talk to you or hear from you sometime soon. Whenever you see this or whatever, I mean, whenever you read there's no rush. So, whenever you feel like talking or chatting back, that's cool. I mean, you're more of a night owl, so you're probably not even awake right now. I've just been having with the ketamine, I've been having to get up early. I usually sleep to like 3, 4. Sometimes I just go all night. Just because, I mean, I get tramadol and I can just keep going and going and going, you know? I love it. I'm sorry. Some people can't take it. I love it. Sorry. I ain't dead yet. I'm gonna have me some fun. But yeah, so. Oh, did I shave today? Oh yeah, I did. I shaved today. Nice. Alright, gotta get rid of that. It just looks like better. I like it better when it's shaved. So now it's this low. I should probably go back one more time and just capture that. But yeah, this sucks. Anyways, take care. Bye. I'll see you soon, hopefully. Very soon. Bye.